Hello, my lovely, luscious Leos. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the month of May. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send to you. For anyone new here, we use this as the general energy deck, and then we also take a look at the light clarifiers. And this is the lighter karmic lessons, and also what is known to us, things that are very much in the light. We also take a look at the shadow aspect, which is the darker, more difficult karmic lessons that soulmate twin flame relationships bring, and what is hidden from us that we try to bring to the light in order to become aware of it and also to heal from it. And we also take a look at the erotic energy, but that is in the extended. So that is in the description box below. I also, we have Pluto retrograde that has started, that goes until October 4th, which is highlighting between 25 and 22 degrees Capricorn. So check your chart to see what's going on. If you'd like to book a private reading specifically on that transit, which I am currently doing, please email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at sachithescorpio. But Leos, let's get to it. So let's see, what are you bringing to the soulmate twin flame? Magician in reverse. So for some reason you are not manifesting something right now. So what you're bringing is like the unwillingness to be the manifester. The Magician in reverse, it's either you're doing it willfully, or maybe you don't have the right ingredients in order to bring this relationship to fruition. You might be kind of taking a tally on what you might need in order to bring, this soulmate twin flame relationship to you. What's the light aspect here of what Leo is bringing? But definitely that, magic energy for sure. So 10 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so you're not manifesting it because, you're working on the Wands aspect. The Wands is the fire, the passion, the intensity, and things like that. The love, the lust. And you're working to try to, make sure that you can come to your home and, with a bag of groceries and, be wearing your business suit and shit. So you're very much focused on that. And with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, I'm not focused on, creating a family and things like that. This is very much, money, housing situation, anything tangible you can put your hands on, very related to familial sort of ties. So it's like, I don't want that right now. I don't want to be, in that, because I'm trying to have my own shit. I'm trying to have my own house. I'm trying to have my own groceries. You're trying to very much do you. And you're just not ready to manifest something right now. What's the shadow? What's the shadow for what Leo is bringing to this relationship? Good for you, by the way. 2 of Earth. So you do want to work on this eventually. You do want the two, two combined. By the way, you are just like 10, 10, 10, awesome up here, very much doing things from 0 to 10, the complete binary of, what you need to do, finishing those cycles. You are very much focused on some very high goals here. And, in the shadow is that you do want to be with this person. So, there is some aspect of independence that you're bringing, that you're going through. But what you are bringing in the shadow, and maybe they don't know this, is that, eventually you do want to physically connect. What's the light energy? 3 of Wands in reverse. So what they're bringing, they feel like they've been set free, and that you're not, or that you've been set free and you're never coming back, or they've been set free and they don't want to come back, or something like that. The upright, the 3 of Wands is, setting it free so that if it's yours, it comes back. So, I feel like they're really clinging on to you and not in that headspace of of letting things go in order, for you to get on your shit and 10 out of 10 out of 10, and they want to cling on to that before you're ready, it appears. What's the light aspect Four of Swords. So they want to have or what they're bringing is communication that is pretty lighthearted. You know, the Four of Swords is a carefree, sort of careless energy, and I feel like, you know, they want you. It doesn't matter. Like, they don't need to talk about the big stuff. You know, they just still want to have, you know, a kind of conversation with you. And I think what they bring to the table is this very, like, lighthearted energy. I think that they are afraid to kind of talk about maybe how they're feeling. Let's look in the shadow of what they're bringing. The Circle, the Maiden of Water. Wow. So there is still, you know, this community-based thing, this family-based, whatever this is. They have some sort of circle, and maybe, I'm not sure if you know about this with them, but there is some aspect of a community, of a circle. You know, they might be, you know, maybe someone who does cast within a group or something, but very much this is, you know, being part of a community or a group, as I said, or a family circle. But there's somebody that they bring with them, which is a Maiden of Water. This could be a younger female, or maybe a more unevolved water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But they do usher in some sort of new, you know, beginning. And I think, you know, if this is about your circle or trying to get in your circle, they definitely want to usher in an emotional new beginning with you. In general, I'm feeling that. And, you know, it's like they really want to be accepted. Like, just accept me, and, you know, we'll emotionally move forward and bring in a new beginning. You know, the Maiden ushers in new, the Mother nurtures, and the Crone extinguishes. So it's very much like they just want an emotional new beginning is what I'm getting, even though they're not saying it. Let's see what you desire. What does Leo desire in this relationship? Four of Swords in reverse and Ace of Swords. So, all right, let me drink some water. It's getting heated. So for some reason, like, even though you're doing this, like, you don't want them to keep this lighthearted. You don't want the conversation to just be like, la-di-da, let's just da-da-da-da-da. You know, like, there's definitely some heat in the conversation that you know, want to hear, because this conversation is not over. You know, this conversation is not over. Like, you desire for it to not be over. You know, the Four of Pentacles is, you know, protecting oneself and laying it to rest, kind of, you know, like, you're protected, that you can put like a pause in it, you know, like, I'm just gonna rest here, and my wolves, you know, like, the wolves can't get me because I'm protected, you know, while I rest. But it's like, no rest for the wicked is what I'm hearing. Like, like, I want to fucking say what I want to say. Woo! Interesting. It's like you're focusing on yourself for sure, but like, there is some conversation that you still want to have with them. What's the light energy? Whoa, okay. That wanted to fall onto the floor and take quite the tumble. And it is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so you want some sort of, you know, when it's ready to... The thing is, like, it took a tumble, so there's definitely a lot that has to happen, and you are aware of that as well. You are. You're aware that there's a process, and some of it is going down, you know, and then being picked back up. But you want the Queen of Swords. This is where you two can come together and literally agree on things to the point that you would be able to write it out in a contract and have them sign it. You know, and I feel like you're trying to get on your shit so that you can be like, all right, yep, now it's time for the Two of Earth to come together. What's the shadow aspect of what Leo desires? All right, we'll take it, even though it's 3. So the 3 of Earth, the 1 of Earth, and Wisdom in reverse. So, like, you definitely want to focus on your physical abundance, very much on the 1 of Earth, the coin. But, you know, in general, you want to work on manifesting something. The 1 of Earth is knowing how to use all of the elements in order to, you know, in order to manifest whatever it is. Sorry, I got distracted because the Fox Spirit wants to say hi for any any of you who need confirmation from the Fox spirit. But with the Three of Earth, this is very much, you know, focused on physical abundance, and also could be indicated on a third-party situation. And I think that the third-party physical situation is your own abundance. Like in the relationship, like your third-party situation is, you know, working on something else. And I think it's, you know, this physical stuff, you know, of you being able to, you know, provide for yourself. Very much the One of Earth, how you, one, alone, like manifest. And, you know, what you also desire is the Two of, the Two of, is it Wisdom in reverse. So it's like, you're not interested in doing this soul wisdom stuff with them right now. You know, you're very much focused on, like, yourself. Fuck yeah, Leo. I'm so proud of you. This is awesome. Because, you know, you're already at that point where it's like, yeah, if I work on myself, then this works better. You understand that. What's the, well, that's weird. What do they desire? So, obviously, they're a little bit in the dark, but what do they desire? Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. So, like, they are wanting some sort of divine masculine energy to be in reverse. It's interesting. Like, they don't want that, you know, fire. They don't want, it's like they don't want you to be taking, you know, their role. So it might be, you know, that they feel like they, you know, have to be the ruler over the terrain and be the emperor. And it's like, no, but you're doing that. Like, you're becoming independent so that you can, you know, have your own shit. And they might not want that. Interesting. What's the light aspect? Okay, that wanted to do a freaking somersault. Temperance. So there's some aspect of balance, obviously, between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but also, you know, temperance literally is abstinence from alcohol. So there could be some issues with them and their desires when it comes to, you know, alcohol or any sort of substance addiction. What's the shadow of what they desire? Okay, I saw emotional balance card pop up. Wow, the God in reverse. Yeah, like the reason why they don't want you to have more divine masculine than them is because that's part of their shadow work, where they have some insecure divine masculine energy where they want to be on top. But it's like, you want to do your own shit. And like, of course, hell yeah, Leos can run their own shit. You're ruled by the sun, you know? Shit. So I totally, they have some shadow work that they need to do. And it's good that you know that you need to work on yourself and what you're doing. Because yeah, they need to be able to flip that upward. They should not be desiring that you be lesser. They have some work to do. All right, what is the outcome for the month of May for our dear Leos? What is the outcome? We have the Fool in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's not going to be a new beginning. There's not, you know, taking this leap of faith during the month of May, but that's okay because you're working on some better shit and they have some stuff that they need to work on too. So, you know, with the Fool in reverse, it's like, you know, you're not taking that risk. You're not, you know, starting over. There's not going to be a new beginning, but instead it's the Four of Pentacles. And this is very much, you know, focused on the money. This is being protective of the physical, protective of the money, protective of the home, protective of anything tangible you can put your hands on. And you're very much, you know, the outcome is of doing that, of focusing on that, because you know what you want out of life. What's the light aspect of the outcome for May? The Six of Wands in reverse. So, you know, in terms of the wand aspect of, you know, climbing up the mountain, somehow, you know, this might be a time to protect yourself physically rather than exert yourself too much when it comes to the Wands energy. I do take this very much as Earth, though, because there is, you know, climbing up the Earth, but it's very much related to the passion, the intensity, the the love, the lust, that sort of stuff. Like, there's not a lot of progression upwards towards that. And I feel like in the light, you might feel like there might not be as much progress as you wish during the month of May. Please be kind to yourself, Leo. These are some interesting times, and, you know, soul growth like this, you know, like, you already know, wisdom in reverse in the shadow. Like, you're not interested in that soul growth right now. Like, you need a little bit of a break to focus on some other shit. And I'm very proud of you for focusing on the coin and wanting to be more independent. So don't give yourself a hard time if it doesn't seem like spiritually things are moving forward. It's okay to work in the 3D sometimes. What's the shadow? Lammas in reverse. So, you know, the outcome is letting go of these toxic ties. Lammas is the devil in this card, you know, in reverse. So, you know, once again, like, Lammas in this card indicates when you know, you get all of the crops and you're enjoying the reap of your harvest, you know, but also, you know, Lammas takes the crops of others. So, there could be someone who's kind of greedy and takes what's not theirs. But, you know, in reverse with the outcome, it's like, you might not be reaping the rewards of the work that you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're focused on this stuff, but don't, if there's not a huge hurt, you know, a huge shift, it's okay. Be patient. You know, these things take time, as you already know. All right. What does Leo need to hear about love? Love is beyond the brain. Don't try to make sense of it. Don't try to make sense of it. It is something that is just beyond the brain. I'm going to ask for one more. What else should... Okay, there's two more. Sometimes the heart sees what the eyes cannot. Yeah, so I do think that, you know, maybe physically things don't look like they, you know, should be united. You know, this is the light and the dark connecting. And the light and the dark, you know, technically don't go together, but they do, you know, because they are different and they're equal opposites. So, you know, I feel like even though you can't see how you guys match up, like, both of your hearts know this, that it is meant to be matched up. And I also think that there is a disconnect about not being able to see someone, you know, when the eyes cannot see. It says, each of us is an angel with only one wing. We can only fly by embracing one another. So, you know, there is an aspect, I do understand that, you know, you want to do you and things like that, but do understand, like, that we, you know, we fly higher together. You know what I mean? Like, this is them, you know, what they bring is they're not flying. So they might need a little bit of help, you know, so they might need another wing, whether it's a third party situation, you know, where if they need someone else to help them fly, if you can't, you know what I mean? So don't be angry at them if that's the case, if you can't help them fly because they're having some struggle. Okay. What should be focused on healing for Leo for the month of May? Universal heart. Yeah, this is that universal love, and understand, you know, that love, and kind of what I was saying, like, you know, if they need a wing from somebody else to help them fly because they're not as, you know, on their shit as you are, like, have that empathy and understand that, you know, everyone needs that universal heart. You know, everyone needs a counterpart for help sometimes. What else should be focused on healing? What else should be focused on healing? The physical body. So, you know, focus on, you know, I feel like you are working in the physical for sure. So I didn't even think about it, but some of it might actually be working on working out and working on your physical form. And congratulations. That's wonderful. So, you know, I would definitely focus on, you know, what you're eating, what you're drinking, you know, everything that has to do with the physical world. So, you know, pamper yourself a little bit, you know, yeah. So enjoy yourself, like, use your, you know, good hair products and your good face products and things like that. Really focus on, you know, what the body needs right now. And focus on yourself for sure. I definitely still understand that. Okay, Leo, if you would like to take a look at the extended, the link is in the description box below, as I said. If not, then I hope to see you again for next month's reading. Bye-bye. I love you very much.